またおはようって言ってまた夢を見せて今日も元気で過ごせたらいいよねこんなに単純で当たり前なことが本当は一番見失いがちだからね目を開けたまま見ぬ夢知らない明日へ運ぶメリーゴーラウンド君と肩を組んで君と手をつないで恋人だったり友達でいたいからおはようって言ってまた夢を見せて自然なその生き方でいいからさ
Maybe this will help you understand. I am gonna chop you off at the knees. Just say, I surrender.
I don't want to give up.
This doesn't change anything. If you're dead, there is no next time. Do you believe that winning this match is more important than living to see tomorrow? Is this exam so important to you that you're willing to die for it? Answer me!
Hanzo, if you kill Gon, then I'll kill you.
Gon, I'm behind you 100%.
I'm looking for my dad. He's also a hunter. He's somewhere far away. But I just know that I'm gonna find him one day. And if I give up now, that might never happen. So that's why I'll never give up.
But if you don't, you're gonna die.
Doesn't matter. I won't do it.
That is totally illogical. You stubborn brat! We're done here. I'm giving up. I can't kill you, and I can't think of a way to make you surrender. So, I'll go on and tackle the next guy.
Oh. No way. I don't want to win like this. It's not right! The two of us have to come up with some other kind of way to fight each other.
Huh?
I knew you were gonna say that. Are you crazy? It doesn't matter how we fight, you've already said that you'll never surrender!
Yeah, but I don't want to win our match this way. That's why we have to think of something!
Alright then, what do you have in mind?
Haven't you been listening to what I've been saying? We gotta figure something out together!
Let me get this straight. You seriously want me to keep fighting you even though I'm already willing to forfeit this match? Not only that, you also want me to help you think of some way that'll let you win how you want to. Is that about right? Dream on, kid! Hey, Ref. Like I said before, I surrender. Put me in the next round, okay?
Consider it done. The winner of the second match is Gon.
Let me just say this to the committee. It would be a mistake to think this is over. When he comes to, he'll probably refuse to accept the victory. That's one kid who won't do anything unless it's on his own terms. I've never met anyone quite so stubborn.
Me either.
Gon certainly knows how to dig in his heels, I'll give him that.
That's for sure.
Only one of us will fail this phase, isn't that right? So, if Gon gets himself disqualified, then that'll make the rest of the matches meaningless, won't it? Well, what will you do?
You don't need to worry about that. Gon has passed this phase, and nothing he says or does can change that now.
Excuse me, Mr. Chairman, but do we have your word on that?
Yes, of course you do. It doesn't matter if I change my mind later on, or if Gon launches some kind of protest, or even if he kills me. Once I decide an applicant has passed, that status cannot be revoked.
All right! That means we've got two more hunters in the house. First Kurapika, and now Gon!
So does that set your mind at ease?
Yeah, I can live with that. Can he?
Hanzo, I understand your concerns, but please, allow me to deal with it. When Gon regains consciousness, I'll have a talk with him.
Very well. I'm sure you can handle it. I trust you.
What exactly is that supposed to mean? That you don't trust any of the other judges? Who the hell do you think you are anyway, Baldy?
His name is Hanzo.
You're a jerk! You're a big, bald jerk! Always bragging about being a ninja when we ought to fail you! How would you like that?
Why did you do it? Why'd you lose on purpose?
On purpose?
I bet you know a way to make someone surrender without killing them, and you could have used it on Gon. So why didn't you?
When I decide to torture someone, I'm prepared to have a grudge held against me for the rest of my life. And I need to feel their hatred in order to go through with it. It's only natural. I mean, anyone in their right mind would absolutely hate the guts of the person who's torturing them, right? I know that glow of hatred when I see it because it burns deep within their eyes, and it's impossible to hide something like that. But I never once saw that look in Gon's eyes, and that's never even happened to me before. Seriously, can you believe it? And that was after I broke his arm. He looked at me as if I hadn't done anything to him. I actually started to kind of like the kid.
Huh?
I just couldn't fight him anymore. That's why I gave up. It wasn't on purpose.
It's time to move on to the third match. Applicant number 44, Hisoka, versus applicant 191, Bodoro.
I have a feeling this match is going to be pretty intense.
Yeah, if it were straight hand-to-hand combat, Bodoro might actually have a shot. But it's not, so the question is, how is he going to deal with Hisoka's card attacks?
The loser of this match is going to be my first opponent. I hope both of them are badly injured, or that the match is a draw. Then I might not even have to fight at all. That would be the best-case scenario.
Relying on the fate of others to decide your own, is that it?
The way I see it, their loss is my gain.
And what goes around comes around.
Boring.
What's that?
You're like an overripe piece of fruit, ready to fall to the ground. That's never really been my favorite kind.
Well, let's see how boring you think it is once the fight has started.
For an old guy, he's sure got a lot of fight in him.
You're right. There's a lot more to winning than strength and skill. A fighting spirit is essential in a match like this.
Hisoka versus Bodoro. Begin!
Just one punch, that's all I need, then this match is over.
Excuse me. Against you, I don't think I'll need these.
Oh, good. You're awake.
Satots?
All right, then.
Where am I?
This is a recovery room near the exam site.
Oh, yeah. I was in the middle of the exam.
Your arm will be fine soon.
I remember now.
It was a clean break. Once it heals, there's a chance it'll even be stronger than before. Gon, let me give you some advice. Your determination is admirable. It's rare to see a young man with so much self-confidence. But in this case, it could have gotten you killed. You need to understand that there's a right time for everything. You only have one life. Don't be reckless with it.
Mm-hmm.
But enough of that now. I'd like to congratulate you for passing the hunter exam.
Satots,
That's enough.
Huh?
If an applicant fails the exam, there's nothing they can do or say to reverse the committee's decision. And it's the same with a successful applicant. You've passed. You can't change that. All that remains to be seen is how you deal with it. You have the necessary skills to become a hunter. That has been proven time and time again during the course of the exam.
Yeah, but I couldn't stand up to Hisoka, and now I couldn't even beat Hanzo. I don't deserve it. I only passed the exam because they all felt sorry for me.
And is that really so terrible? Let me be completely honest with you, Gon. At the end of the second phase, you still hadn't distinguished yourself from the other applicants. The examiners, Menchi and Buhara, didn't see anything exceptional in your performance. The fact that you're only 12 years old is remarkable. However, we can't take that into account. One of the guiding principles of the Hunter exam is that all applicants are considered equal. No one, including myself, ever expected you to get this far in the exam, let alone pass.
Well, I can see why, because I just got lucky, that's all.
It wasn't until recently that we all realized how much we'd underestimated you. Gon, do you know what the final phase is all about?
Oh, let's see.
It isn't about winning or losing. It proves something more than that. The chairman put a lot of thought into this test and what it was asking of you, and you managed to answer correctly. That's why you passed.
I still don't get it.
It's okay if you don't understand. Sometimes even we don't understand the chairman's methods at first, but they always seem to make sense in the end. The bottom line is you've passed. Regardless of how you feel about it, you will be issued a license card.
A hunter's license?
That's right. It proves to the world that you are a hunter. What you do with it is entirely up to you. And even though you've passed the hunter exam, you shouldn't think of this as the end. In fact, you're only at the beginning. If you don't think you're worthy of being a hunter, you're free to throw away your license or just keep it a secret. It's your decision. You can even sell it if you wish, although in the hands of anyone but you, it's utterly useless. But even so, there are plenty of people out there willing to pay a fortune to get their hands on a card like that. You could sell it and spend a lifetime in luxury, or 7 lifetimes. However, you should know that once you've passed the exam, you can never take it again. We owe a lot to those who have come before us. Because of their achievements, hunters are well respected throughout the world. But that very fact attracts those who would abuse the privilege, which is why the phases have to be so difficult. If it wasn't for them, we could be more lenient and more applicants would be successful. I've often heard the chairman say so himself. For most hunters, the license card is as important to them as their own lives. But at the same time, it's just an object without any value. What matters most is what you do now that you've become a hunter. If you feel like you owe people for help they've given you, go ahead and take the time to repay them. It's important that you decide what you're going to do in the future, what you hope to accomplish.
I gotta decide what kind of hunter I want to be. I remember my friends asking me something like that before, but I didn't really know what they meant by it.
Like I was saying earlier, there's a right time for everything. Be patient, because true wisdom only comes to those who are willing to wait for it. But it sounds to me like your friends were on the right track. You seem to have made some good friends along the way, and I hope you appreciate them because true friends are very hard to come by. Never take them for granted. They're a gift.
Yeah, of course.
Even though this is a grueling exam, he maintained friendships through it all. This kid is extraordinary. I've never met anyone like him.
Hey, Sawtotes. When you became a hunter, what kind of work did you start doing?
I've always been interested in the restoration and protection of ancient ruins.
Oh.
When I first started, all I wanted to do was to make a name for myself by discovering new archaeological sites. But when I came across the work of another hunter, I realized the error of my ways. This hunter was spending his own money to ensure the restorations were being done properly. He wanted everyone to have the opportunity to see these ancient sites, including future generations. So, he opened them up to the public. He had such a passion for the work he was doing. I often found that more inspiring than the ruins themselves. To this day, his methods for preserving archaeological sites are the standard that everyone else follows. I've never had the chance to meet this hunter in person, but he has been like a mentor to me. One day I hope our paths will cross, so I can thank him in person for what his work has meant to me.
Yeah, he sure sounds like a great guy.
Gon, have you ever heard of the Lurker ruins?
Huh? My dad! He's the one who changed Satot's life!
Have you heard of them?
I've heard people talk about him. They're left over from the Lurka civilization, right?
Yes. You really should see them at least once in your life. They're absolutely stunning.
Yeah!
Well then, one more thing. Here it is. Your official hunter license.
My very own license.
When you decide to start using it is entirely up to you. You'll know when the time is right.
A lot of people have helped me since I first left home, and the only reason I've got this card now is because of them. So I think I'll only start using it once I've paid them all back.
Once again, I'd like to congratulate you on becoming a hunter.
Thank you. Where's everybody else? Are they still fighting in the tournament?
It's all over and done with.
Really?
I'm afraid so. You've been sleeping for nearly 24 hours. The other successful applicants are attending some post-exam lecture. You'll be able to catch up later.
So, tell me, who failed? Satot?
It was... Is something wrong?
I'm okay. It's gone now.
It's probably the stress. You better rest a little while longer.
I have to know.
All right, then. Where should I start? Maybe at the beginning of the third round.
A punch like that couldn't even give me a nosebleed. Is that the best you can do? Because from now on, there's no more free shots.
I hit him as hard as I could.
I guess it's my turn now. I'll try to control myself. I don't want to kill you just yet. Well now, I suppose I just don't know my own strength anymore. But what am I supposed to do? Fight with just my pinky finger?
Hisoka was clearly more powerful. But Bodoro wasn't going to give up without a fight. Through it all, Bodoro never lost his fighting spirit.
I'm not ready to give up yet.
But just like in his first match against Kurapika, Hisoka whispered something in Bodoro's ear as he lay almost unconscious on the floor, and right after that, Bodoro surrendered.
I take back what I said earlier. This was actually a lot of fun.
In the fourth match, it was Hanzo against Pakal. Hanzo employed the same tactics he used against you, but in this case, it worked. Pakal gave in rather quickly.
If you think I'm gonna take it easy on you, guess again.
Saying those words was enough to end it. The fifth match was supposed to be Leorio versus Bodoro, but Leorio requested that it be postponed due to the severity of Bodoro's injuries.
Request granted.
Instead, they skipped ahead to the 6th match.
I give up. Sorry, Italia, but I just don't feel like fighting you. Congratulations.
He seemed pretty sure of himself. I'm not sure why he did that, but I can only assume that he thought he could win his next match. However...
Hey, Killua! How could you give up your match so quickly like that?
In that case, I suppose we have no choice but to move on to the 7th match.
By forfeiting that match, Killua made a terrible miscalculation, because now he was facing the mysterious Gitarakaru.
Gitarakaru versus Killua! Begin!
Keel. Maybe you don't recognize me like this.
Hey, Louie, is that you?
What did Killua do next? Tell me, Sawtooths! Next time on Hunter x Hunter. Killua disqualified, forced out. What happened to Killua?
「大地にそよぐ風の声」